Hello. Hello. Hello, Manohar. Naga. Is it audible? Yeah. Hi. Hello, Naga. Yes. Manohar, is it audible? Is it viewable? Yeah. Okay. Let me start. Sorry for the late. My system got stuck somewhere. So till now it's taken time for all this. Okay. Let me start. Can you hear me now? UI technologies. First, what is UI technologies? UI technologies, where we use these UI technologies, and how to arrange it and how to work with it. So UI technologies, first one is the HTML 4, 8.5 are the first releases. Second one is the CSS 2 and 3. Fourth one is, yeah, you can mute, please. You can mute. First HTML 4 and 5, CSS 2. JavaScript. In our course content, we usually cover all these things. JavaScript. Fourth one is jQuery. Fifth one, Ajax call. And sixth one, jQuery, Ajax. Bootstrap. And seventh one is responsive. Responsive design. Responsive design. These all are comes under UI technologies. So this UI technologies, this is the starting primary level content. If you want to fix as a UI developer, you should have any one framework. If you have a knowledge in any one of the, it will be helpful. 16th March 2020. Here, advanced level in this is from JavaScript framework. In advanced, it is framework. So JavaScript framework. These JavaScript frameworks are, one is Angular, second one is Node.js, JavaScript framework. These all are JavaScript frameworks. JavaScript frameworks are AngularJS, Node.js, and another one is the third one, React.js. Then fourth one, Angular, React, Node. Like this, so many JS files we have. So this is JavaScript framework. This is comes under advanced level of JavaScript. If you have, it is not required to learn all these things, but after completing UI course, if you have knowledge on any of these one, then you will become a UI developer. Okay. You can search a job for UI side. So first we'll go with the primary level course. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, these all are the front-end languages. Front-end. On for this execution sake, no need of any server. Just only UI applications. Client can execute. Client is nothing but browser. Only browser can execute these all the things. So one So this UI technologies, this browser interaction always reach to server. Server is nothing but our PHP or .NET server or PHP.NET or Java. Any one server it should interact with this UI technologies. Why? Because here you entered some Facebook. See something after login, it's showing my all training links. Means it is getting these details by connecting with the Java or PHP. Okay. So here, if I'm connecting to Facebook, so in this Facebook you can see HTML JavaScript code only. Here I need to create account. Here when I inspect it, here, this is all HTML CSS body. This is basic structure of HTML code. This HTML page, when I click on the submit button, always it will interact with the server. Here backend server is PHP. So this is one example PHP server side language. PHP server side language, and one example site is this one. This PHP page always will interact with the PHP server. So by that only we can see the output. Okay, this is interacting with PHP server. Next server side language is Java. Interactive example is Java side interactive example. Java website is Oracle create. One example, we have so many Java servers. Create account page. Oracle create account page. In this we can see that JSPX. See, this is one URL comes under Java. This is JSPX. Here, this is one example for Java site. Profile create account.jspx. Here also, this page, when I inspect it, you can see that same HTML, CSS, all stuff. Here you can see HTML, doc tab, HTML, head, body, and HTML. So this is possible. This page is always interact with the server page. That server page is our JSP page. When I click on the create account, so this page is creating the account by connecting with the Java. Another example is W3 schools. W3 schools is an example for ASP.NET size. Server side programming means always UI should interact with the server. So that server interaction, see, first learning HTML. Here it is HTML slash .NET page. So this .NET is ASP.NET. Example is this one. One more server side language is this one. So here this UI page should interact with the server side language. This server side language here first front end is interacting with the server side. Server side will interact with the database. So by connecting with the database only, it will maintain the user detail. This one is Oracle, and this one is MySQL and SQL Server. Like this, any number of databases, any database we can use here. So we may connect with PHP, we may connect with Oracle, through PHP, I may connect with MySQL server, any one database I can connect. So by connecting with the database only, so it will retrieve the details of the tables. Table detail retrieving and storing, all it is possible by this. Here is SQL and SQL. So like this, we have so many Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server. This is the way only our UI page always interact with the server side page. Server side page will always interact with the database. So this is the way only our application will interact. Basic UI page. Is it clear? This is total project and we are learning only front end. We are not going to enter into any server side. But when I use the Ajax call, no, so definitely I have to connect with the database, and that result I need to show you without loading the page in the same page only. Without reloading the page, I have to show in the HTML the result of database and server side language. I'll let you know once we enter in Ajax call. As of now, is it clear? Manohar, Naga, is it clear for you? Where we use
Okay.
this?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So now, here this UI technologies are using for creating the UI page. That UI page is basically by HTML. HTML because of HTML. So this UI execution sake, we no need to write any, we no need to install any server. Okay. So we start execution in Visual Studio Code. So it is one IDE. I'll use it for writing the program. For starting days, I'll use UI technologies, HTML page in UI technologies. We have to learn first topic is HTML. That inside the HTML, we usually start doc type HTML. It is the latest HTML doc type, and root tag is HTML. Inside the start and close of root tag, here we usually write the head section. Next here only we can write the body section, body start, then body close. Here in between the head start and close, here we can write style start, then style close. Here itself we can write script tag. Style and script, style is for CSS, script is for writing JavaScript code. So this one we use it for writing the JavaScript code and jQuery. We use script, jQuery and Ajax. And Bootstrap and responsive also we may use the same thing. And style is nothing but writing CSS code. CSS code sake we are using style tag. Everything we are writing inside HTML only. Basically HTML will create the structure for the web page. HTML in UI technologies. UI technologies, basically HTML will create the structure for a website. Every web page has its own structure. This is Visual Studio Code. This I'll use it. See, here you can see 7 p.m. batch UI, 6 a.m. batch UI. Like that, I'll create all batches here. I'll create the programs here itself, and I'll show you each and every execution. And here it is 2D, 3D effect, and this is comes under CSS3. So for execution sake, I installed one live server. Live server. Actually, without live server also, we can see the output. See, when you mouse over on it, it will change something. 2D, 3D. When I mouse out from here, taking some care. This is 2D, 3D effects. We can create it by this. Okay, so we can do this changes by HTML4, sorry, and CSS, HTML5 and CSS3. Here, if I change the angle, by that I can show the effect. Here, observe div 4, this one, pink color one. If I am applying, see it is rotating in X direction. This is 2D transformation, X and Y direction, different rotation. Here, this one also I can rotate it. This by writing the code only. This is my 70 batch program. Here I'm writing the code like this. Okay, so here is minus degrees. I can do this one also in the reverse. See, it is Y direction, 2D. Okay, this is okay. So rotate Z. So in Z direction, you can rotate it. This is rotating on the top of it, Z dimension. And that blue color is the shadow effect. If I remove it, there is no box shadow. Like this, we can rotate it. This is all we'll see when we enter in CSS3 class. So like that, we have so many effects. CSS3, HTML5 map. If I create any map for application, you can see the output of map tag. That is all here only. When I click it, I can see that is earth.html or circle.html. When I click like that, I can write it. Names are different. Audio video tag. Video tag for displaying video. Audio tag is used for displaying the audio. Okay. Like this, we'll discuss all enhancement in the tags that is in HTML5. In HTML4, we'll see the basic part of HTML. Here is 2D shadow effect, SVG. SVG and canvas are used for creating multimedia animation type of effect. Here, one drawing line, one circle, and one different color combinations, linear gradient, radial gradient. Like that, it is possible here. When I execute SVG, this is comes HTML4 will learn first. So after that, it HTML5. svg.html. See how can we create a rectangle, polygon, triangle, and how can we create our own labels, our own logos. That is by SVG. We'll discuss that. So like this, we'll see all creations in our upcoming classes. So as of now, HTML mainly used for creating structure for the website. Structure means from here, this HTML W3C school is only a left part, center part, and right part, and the top logo and some information and menu bar. So, and if I go down, some footer, see footer information. This is footer information, and before this footer, some links, and before that, some menus. Like this, we can display the web page. Here, this is the division of this particular site. And here in this create account page, just we are showing all the list of items. There is no header footer. All the list of labels. See, background black color and foreground is some little bit gray color and showing all the list. That's it. Here it is a footer for this, and here only create account button. So this way we can create it for create account for, and this is the create account for Facebook. This is r.php, means they are using PHP language and connecting with MySQL or SQL Server or Oracle. So whatever the details you are entering, this going to store in connecting with PHP. This PHP will store this information in database. So like that it will create it. So here divisions are mainly one there. See, if I remove the head section, inside the head section, if I remove the totally head section, there is no style, there is no JavaScript. See, like this. Do you like to use this type of website? Only HTML. No CSS, no JavaScript. No one like to use this type of website. So if I remove the head section, there is no CSS, no JavaScript. If I remove the body, HTML mainly create the structure for the website, but I am removing body. See, what can I use? Blank. Blank. If you don't write the body, so it will be blank. If I write it, so then we can see that then we can see the body of the HTML page. So if I write the body, then only I can see the structure for the web page. So like this, we can arrange it. Mainly HTML is used for creating the structure for the web. Next one, CSS. CSS is mainly used for creating the styles for a web page. Web page style, we can create it by CSS. Next, JavaScript. Style means from all background color, foreground color, and all. Okay. Next, script. JavaScript is mainly used for creating the browser functions. Browser side functionality. Browser side functionality we can create it by JavaScript. So how it works? See, here this is my web page. So if I don't write, this is my web page. Here I'm not writing the script tag. So if I don't write the script tag, when you click on submit button, it won't give this type of errors. It will submit our application form to PHP page. So waste of interaction with the server, that number of interactions we should give very less. We should give if the user entered not proper output, then that time we should give that response there itself. We no need to interact with server without any input, without any valid input. So mobile ID, email ID and mobile number field, I entered some wrong. So that interaction is not required to reach to the server. Here itself, we need to give the information to the user. This is the place you should enter only email ID. Okay, this type of things we use here. I'm using create account. This create account page is interacting with PHP page. This PHP page always will interact with the server. That server interactive web page will give the response. Here is the server responsive page. So this server responsive page will interact with the server. Yeah. The server responsive page will interact with the server. So that's why we are getting, just before we observed, in go to training link, we are able to see all the list of batches, what is going on. That is by server. Using server interaction only, we are getting the database result, what is currently upcoming sessions and current sessions. All the list, it is coming from data server side language is connecting with the database. But this browser, on browser side functionality, we can implement JavaScript, and jQuery is nothing but it's a library of JavaScript, or external JavaScript file. Is the external JS file is a jQuery. So CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax. Ajax is nothing but it is asynchronous JavaScript and XML. It is a combination of JavaScript and XML. That is what Ajax. Next, Bootstrap. Framework. It is a framework of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This all it is created as a framework. Responsive design. Responsive is nothing but here for all devices. for all devices, we should see same type of output. Same type of output. So in all devices, if we want to show the same type of output, we can call it as responsive. UI technologies, in this UI technologies, we usually, so this is the way only we can connect with UI technologies. We connect with UI page, will connect with the server side page. Server will connect with the database. By the database, will get the response to server. Server will process the response and it will give back to the UI page. UI that process the result and it will give to the user in the user understandable format. This is all possible by Java UI technologies. Means first front end page is UI. This responsive design means if I am opening the same website in desktop, in laptop, in mobile, in all devices, it should give the same type of output. If my screen size is this much, not very this. If my screen size is 500 pixels, width is 500 pixels. If my screen width is it is showing that proper output. If my screen width is 800, if my screen width is 1200, in all devices it should show the same type of output. It should not change its alignment. That is what this one. Okay. Is it clear up to now? Usually we'll cover like this, and tomorrow and day after tomorrow also we have the class in the same link, and try to be on time. I will be also on time. So 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. will continue the UI classes. Okay, tomorrow and day after tomorrow also we have session. Okay, as of now, any more doubts? Rupesh joined late, Naga, Manohar. Clear? Yeah. So Rupesh, try to join tomorrow at least 6 a.m. Exactly. Main content, just interact with the organizer, he will tell you. Yeah. Yes, any more thing to discuss? Any questions, any queries regarding your career or regarding this course? If no, we'll end the session. Yeah. Yes. We'll meet in tomorrow's session in the same link. Thank you.